Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilaus and we are back here with episode 3 of our wonderful, fantastic Let's Play. I am so happy that there is an interest for watching it and following along, as there is an interest for me from playing it, and it is so much more fun to make content when there is an audience who wants to watch the content being created. So we are starting here where we left off the previous episode, and I've started some few things, some few kinks, and why did I start it in the middle of the night? I don't know. Sorry about that. It'll be dawn soon enough. Luckily, small planet, small fast rotation. Right, so we ended up, just to recap, with researching all of the blue science and all the blue upgrades, and so naturally the next thing is unlocking red science. Now red science is pretty much the same as blue science in Factorio, if that makes any sense. Well, the thing is that in Factorio, as soon as you unlock the oil, you unlock the blue science, and you unlock the first science you research is always the advanced oil processing. Here in the Dyson Sphere Program, it's pretty much the same. As soon as you unlock the oil, you unlock the, in this case, red science, red cubes, and the first thing you want to research with red cubes is this one, X-ray cracking, because that makes the creation of future red cubes so much easier because it allows us to do that. So that is, oops, that's going to be the first thing, and we'll queue that up immediately. I have done two things since the end of last episode. I put in one of these. Remember, we put a silicon location up at the end of last time. I've moved some of the stuff we have already created in here to make a temporary little build that makes solar panels, which we will need when we expand to the second planet. So that's just a little thing, just leeching from that line, and then putting in the silicon. I don't bother dragging a line for something like this. So that's just it. But more importantly, I have had to switch these two around for a reason that I want to extend the hub. This is going to be the first task of today, is the extension of the hub. And I want to do that in order for me to do that, I need to have these in a specific location. And that means I need to have the green circuits on the inbound. I need to have the coils. I don't know, they're not copper coils, they're magnetic coils. Okay, coils. On the middle, and the gears on the outside. So that is something I had to do. That means a bit of over and under, and I'm sorry if you have already built it the way I did, because then you have to redo it. Sorry about that. Then I'm going to do here, we are going to make sure that we can expand further outbound.
Foundation.
Oh really? Didn't I ask you to not give me those?
Change the planetary landforms at will. We can only level the surface to ground zero. If the foundation is used for high grounds, it will gain soil pile. On the contrary,
there.
If it is used
it's all
in
good.
Ocean or low-lying
you know, I don't want to listen to you. Alright, so I need to add 7 more things here. So that should be pretty easy. You can see that they actually also really want to do that, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to be pressing a random key. You can see the key is, if I do that here, it will have like something to remove disorders. That's not the one it is on my Danish keyboard, so it's another key. It's A, the Danish character, but who cares? It is some kind of random button on your keyboard as well. So I have these things. They are obviously not all going to be that one. Copy, paste, 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 paste. There we go. Now that's empty. Now I want this to be available all the way down the line here, so that is good. Then I want to make sure that the first thing I want to make is going to be matrix labs. We're going to need a few of those, so let's make sure that we make the matrix labs. The second thing I want to make is going to be the fluid buffer. The reason why I take this one here is because it takes iron. This one here also takes iron, and the iron I have it on. I have it here. That one. So that continues for these two. The next one I want to do does not require any iron, so therefore I don't want to continue iron any further, but I want these Tesla towers, the wireless power tower, silly name. That's really weird because it requires 2 items we don't have, and this is the reason why I want it, or I want to have. Alright, come on. This one does not need magnetic coils, this one does need magnetic coils, so we will do like this, and that one is not needed here. You don't need in gears, you need some of that, some of that. So I'm going to take a very short and very temporary line that goes from here. This is the reason why I wanted to have my power poles at the end. This is what I said, make the power poles at the end, because you need to bring them in future here. So that's good. We don't need this one. Yes and yes, so that's also good. We can take inbound and inbound. That's good. And it needs the iron inbound from this side, so that's also good. Actually, I can take this all the way down. And then I press the tab, tab, tab. There. That is perfect distancing. The stone bricks will continue all the way down because they are actually being used for pretty much everything. So that's good. Do you need stone bricks? Nope. But you do need that one. Now we get everything except for the glass. So glass is something we are going to get in as well. Glass will be coming in on this belt. There. And we obviously don't have the glass, but we're going to make a small little glass build, which is also going to be a perfect opportunity for me to show another really cool thing that you can do. Right, so we're going to assume that we have glass in here. Well, actually, first we're going to assume that I remember to put power poles because it's super annoying. There was one question about how can I put power poles between these? That depends on where you are on the planet. Sometimes you can. For example, here. I can do that. I can sometimes do it. If you build them as close as possible, you can always do it. The next thing, and the reason why I do this is because this is actually where I need to make some of my oil products. And they require, you can see they require this plasma exciter. So that one is an extractor requiring steel. All right, we have one location left. That's going to be, oh, actually, yeah, steel will be on this side. So I'm going to get steel in here. That one. It doesn't need to go into here. But it does need to go here. So this one, for example, needs stone bricks and steel. Good. That one. And then it needs green circuits. That's here. And then it needs the plasma exciters. That's going to be a problem. We'll deal with that later. The next one is going to be the refineries. They are requesting pretty much the same thing. Well, actually 100% the same thing. So let's just do the same thing here. That one. And I can't squeeze through. Steel and stone bricks. The next one is something I don't have. It's going to be the big storage boxes. They will just require stone and steel, and then that will be fine. And the last one will be the chemical plants, which we also really need a lot of. And again, it requires steel and stone and green and glass. Was it glass the last one? Yes. Good. So we're going to have to get glass in here, but yeah, no buts about it. Let's get glass in there and let's get steel in there. Steel, luckily we have that down here. We have that opportunity to get some steel from this location. So let's take that. We are basically taking half of it into concrete and the other half goes into, well, this. And I'm going to leave out. It's not really going to be a lot of steel they need, but it's going to unfortunately just take a lot of outputs here. And I'm going to lead it all the way down there. That's going to be taking just a bit of time to get that sorted. And I'm just going to go up here. I'm going to kind of ignore the robots on this because I do have another thing that I also want to build. And I think I'm going to let this steel go above. So that's going to be sort of like this. And arrow up there. And then down again into this. Cool. And that means I can take the other line. This one will be for the stone. And the stone, I'll need to find out where I have a stone location. I have a stone location right there, which is going to be just nice. Perfect for what we need. Just give me the last two and then I'm going to be happy. Let's go over here and then I'm going to show you something I discovered. It's kind of based on feedback from the comment section. So thank you for that. There we go. Just clean out, flatten it all out. And I'm going to build a small glass facility. I'm going to be a bit careful about this. So now I'm going to show you how to do that easily. Now first we need to figure out the recipe for glass. Glass is stone. It's that's not it. Glass here. I don't think this should be tainted green, but maybe if it was tainted someone else, it would be weird. But it just reminds me too much of each other, but who cares? 2 to 1. That's a 2 to 1 recipe. So if I get one lane in, then I can take it down the middle. That means I need 6 of these. This one is certainly enough. I can't take it from that side. That's going to be enough. And that's going to be enough. And that one's going to be enough. Cool. Let's get the power. You know what? Oh. Perfect. I'm not going to be setting this one up. I'm going to show you the coolness of how fast you can set up a new build. a new smelting column. Right, so here's the trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I want actually to have power poles in the middle. When I tap once, it'll automatically insert a break after number 3. Here. If I tap one more, it'll insert a break after every 2. If I tap one more, then it'll insert a break after every 1. And then it'll increase the spacing, increase the spacing, increase the spacing, and then it'll start going back again. So basically we can actually draw really quickly, like that, and like that. So that gives me my pattern that I want, but it gets better than this. It gets so much better than this. That one, and that one. Then we take this as glass, copy, paste. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that we get that one here. And now you would be like, oh, but you really need it again. Let's make sure we get the power pole like that. And we're just going to wait for this one to be built because that's going to be super glorious. When I found out about this and started sort of incorporating into how fast we could actually build stuff, man, that's just awesome. All right, so here. Copy. Tab. There we go. It can overwrite. Both recipes can be overridden, and you can add add sorters to things that are already built. That is godly functionality. Simply crazy good. So thank you to whoever was sort of leading me on the right track for that one. And now I'm certainly happy about that. There. That one, and you're gonna go in there. This one. There, get these done. And then we have, oh right, I think it's because it starts. It wanted to just fly all the way over to that one. And what can we do with this? This one can be, I think that's fine. We want to get this one done first. So we get glass coming in here. I don't know if I actually want to just stockpile it as well. I don't think so. So let's get the glass. Waiting for the few things here, but I think that was super amazing. That means smelting columns, if you want like the spacing with one break here and there, it's super good. Where the hell are you going? Oh right, you're going all the way over there. Yeah, I just let the robots do the work and get all of the belts done, so we didn't have to wait for that. Now we can see that the steel and glass are coming in here very nicely. And it's coming in, and we do still have the issue that none of these are working. And the reason why they're not working is, that is working, but this one doesn't exist yet. This one's not working because we're missing the exciter, plasma exciter. Let's have a look at how we make a plasma exciter. It comes from some coils and some prisms. Prisms come from glass. So if we could just find somewhere that we can make some glass, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? Some just casual place where I could make some things. Let's see, I'm gonna go here. So it has to be somewhere that I can actually also grab some coils, because this one could make, what if you made plasma exciters? Because you can actually grab from this location. So that's one thing. Now we need the plasma thingies. And what if I grab it here? And that will automatically grab the glass. I'll change this into into a prism thing, and then make the prism go over here. It's working. It is working. And it's working, so all I need to do is get this out on a belt. That will then go in here and over to that location. And I'll get that one, and that will need to go into the Tesla tower, or the wireless power tower, the extractors, and the refineries. That one is the first one that's going to work. This one will get a few. This one will not get any. I do think I have a few of these. So there you have it. This is extremely slow. So I'm making one of these every 3 seconds or something like that. This is on a 2 second cooldown, and it's 2 second cooldown. This is on a 2 second cooldown, so it's basically a 2 second cooldown, then 0.75. So it's not exactly fast, and this one will be consuming all of it. So that's kind of unfortunate. I'll just help out with a bit myself. by making a few plasma exciters here. And... Really? Do I really need that many of them? Plasma exciters. Yeah, it is this one that's actually the reason. And more plasma exciters. There we go. There. Alright, so I'm going to be making this. What I need to do from here is actually just use a few of these. Because all I need is... a few of... Can I take some of these out? Yeah, I can. There. That one is working. I'm going to need the oil extractor. I am going to need some of these. That means it's a bit of waiting time for us to do that. Now, also I need to make sure that I have room for it. If we go up here, I have an oil production there and I have an oil production there. They are not exactly enough to get, oh, I have these two. Let's take these two and then make a nice big chunk of space here for our oil production. That should be good. So that's going to be the next thing we want to dive in. So I need to just prepare it while we wait for the other ones to accumulate a few things. And we're ready for the red science build. Let's have a look at the beauty of it. There we go. I have cleaned out the space, used a lot of concrete. I've also cleaned out these because we're going to need those shortly. We do have a few things here. By the way, I have started handcrafting a silly amount of blue cubes for no reason at all. They might as well just accumulate while I am working. And I'll take all 17. Actually, I'd really like to have 18. Can I get 18? Can I get those two and then maybe get them in there? No, that's not even enough. I'm gonna take that and get it in there. There you go. If I have 18, then I'm pretty good on how many I want. The reason why I'm handcrafting these, I could just create them normally, but you know, I'm not going to be handcrafting anything else, and I might as well need it. I need this to be 200 or 400 in total, so that's what I'm working towards. Now I have 18 of these, and I need to be paying attention for obvious reasons. I need to be let me see, do I need a power tower as well? I think I need a power tower. Yeah, I do, because we are going to need a few of these. Yeah, there we go. That is what it is. They are taking quite a lot of power, but they also have the advantage that you can bring power quite a distance away, and once they're built, come on with the...
You built a wireless power tower, which is suitable with long-distance power transmission,
and it also charges really well.
Distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge mecha by using electricity from the grid.
And there's you can also place multiple, and then it charges super fast. Cool. So that's actually a really nice way of charging later on, when, or at least maybe in the mid game. All right, so I'm gonna hook up these two, and once we hook up this, I'm gonna build the ugliest build I can come up with. It has to be so damn ugly, and the reason why it has to be so damn ugly is because otherwise I won't replace it. It has to be so bad that we just all are ashamed of it. If it isn't that bad, then there's a risk that it gets.
It is more
it's going to be permanent.
Storing fluid than the storage. Each storage tank can only store one single type of fluid and can be built vertically. However, once it has been removed, all the stored fluid will be devastated.
Devastated! I love that. I love that translation. It's the best. It's the best translation. Devastated. It'll be devastated. It'll cry itself to sleep every night. Every night it'll cry itself to sleep over how devastated it is. Yeah. Sorry. I like the fact that these... please don't fix. Please keep silly translations like devastated in here. I love it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's it's fun. So reason why I need to build it really ugly is because otherwise I will not be replacing it, and I really need to make sure that I replace it fast with the X-ray one. So what we need to do is just make 400 oil. The only way we can make oil is getting some hydrogen. The only way we can make hydrogen is by getting some refinement in here. So we're going to do some refinement into here. I wonder if I actually should build it like that. And this one will be...
This facility will produce multiple products. To divide them, you need to set a filter on the sorter.
Or maybe not.
Use tab or the arrow keys on the right side of the keyboard to quickly set the filter when building the sorter.
Yeah, well, that's an option, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to take this one in. It only consumes, this is like ridiculously slow. It consumes 1 every 2 seconds, and it produces 1.5 every 2 seconds, and produces 1.5 every 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. It's definitely not much, but I don't need to actually, in this case, filter it at all, because I just wanted to go like this, and I'm going to be making sure that I have room for it. So this one goes, if I just make 6 of them, and then I do that, so they have a slightly more spacing between, higher spacing between them, then that's also going to be good. Then I don't need to build this one for sure, and I know I need to rebuild it again when I actually have the belts built. And this one will then be a splitter. I'll get it into a splitter here. And again, I have to emphasize how bad I have to build this. So if you think this is bad, it's good, because I need to be able to get rid of it. Oh, I made a mistake here. I made a mistake. That one is not getting anything in. Ah, man. Classic. That means I don't have any of these yet. Come on, build faster. There. I don't need a lot of this. I just need a few things. And come on, build it, build it, build it. What are we missing? Glass? Of course. Oh, the glass is half empty. There. Now it should be working. We'll put things in here to speed it up. There. And let's give me a few of these. I don't need a lot. 2. Give me 3. Then I'm happy. Thank you. Alright, back on this one. And they're already flying out. I can work on this part. This one will be... it's going to be a splitter of sorts. That one goes to... let me see... this is why I wanted that one. That side, and let's go this one. Nah. And this is the annoying part. I'm gonna get this one to light oil. Does it remember? Still not light oil. And that one will then be whatever else. It doesn't remember. Ah, light oil. There you go. Alright, get light oil in. Somehow it's still... yeah. That one goes out. Alright, finally it works. Okay, and I need to then get this one again. We can also just stamp it on top, and then it will build the missing things. And on power and power. So this is now working. It'll build just a bit of here. And the reason we wanted this is because... oh, it's really interesting how I cannot do these. Okay, they're just gone. And they're gone. And I'll devastate all of that. Right. All I need here is 400. No, 800, I think. We are gonna go build a matrix lab. Matrix lab. Here, I have 12 of those. That's good. And that will be 1, 2... the hydrogen.
Matrix lab.
Oh, seriously? Are you going to be telling me about matrix labs now? It's kind of annoying with these. I have tried to disable the tutorials here.
For maintaining the homeworld. You can
now I just have to let it go, otherwise it never stops.
You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
Oops. Okay, so this is going to be 1, 1, and I'm going to do 2, 1, 1. And all I need to do on this side is a little storage box. Here. These are going to be reds. And reds will take 6 seconds and use 2 of each. Here. And I'm gonna need a power pole over here. And again, you might be disgusted at how this works, but that's fine by me. Then I am going to do another ugly hack. There we go. And then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I need, yeah, they are, I don't know what that one's doing. That's actually pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That it actually automatically inserts that one. Cool. But these will not be that. They will be actually the science facility. Science facility and a power pole here. And then this is where I need to get that one out. And that will be where I put in the blue. And we should now see that it is working, and I am working towards my blue science. How much left do I have left on the blue science? I have 81 of those. And this is where we then get the first research in. I'm going to do a supply run for more graphite, but aside from this, nothing more than that. I also can see that one of these did not actually get the power pole that I wanted to put in, and there. There you go. And of course this is super unstable because this one's going to be running full, and when it runs full it's just going to be dead. This one is not going to be producing enough, so there's just a million things, and this one is a temporary thing, but I wanted just to make these here. I'm going to do a supply run, and then we're going to wait until this one completes. I will be building a blue science build next to it that we can then do, and then we'll overhaul this one once we have the X-ray cracking. And we are about to complete the last research here, this one, and hopefully I did count it correctly. If I didn't, it's bad. Oh, please, please, get it, you can do it, you can do it. How can I count to 400 and be unable to count to 400 anyway? Yep, that was that's isn't that typical? It's one-off. It's always, everything is always one-off. Anyway, that brings me to another thing that I wanted to show, because I have just built a little design here for my blue circuits or blue science here. And also I'm going to get some inserters, because we also know that was running low. Inserters, yes. Alright, so that was, it was well planned, because I wanted to transition this to a more permanent build. Yes, that's my excuse. Here we go. And this one, the one you see here that next to me, is exactly the same as the one I built. Let me just go into the hub right there. That one. It's exactly the same. So it's just making 2 of these per second and 2 of these per second. Technically only 1.5. No, 2, and it's more than 2, but it will also kind of overconsume this, so it's running a bit low, but it should be able to create what I need. I will be doing that one and that one. This is inbound. This is inbound as well. And then I'm going to take these 2 out again. Boom and boom. And oh, now I get it. Now I get it. It's because there's actually something. There we go. And this one will be the blue. Blue. And this one will be blue as well. And of course a little power pole in there, and everyone's happy. And boom, 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 boom. And then some outputs here and here. And once that's done, we should be seeing that I'm producing some of this. Let's also get it in here. Yay, one more is being crafted. I'm pretty sure that as soon as, if I put this one in, you can also put things on the belt, then it will actually complete, I hope. That one. Yay, X-ray cracking is complete. And that is just the last part of our build that we need to get sorted. And that one is... get that inbound, and get that inbound. There we go. Update that. Doesn't matter. This one is pretty much empty, but not quite. And we now have our blue science. This one will produce 2 per second. I want to redo all of my all of this build over here to do the X-ray cracking. That is going to be a bit of a challenge, and I'm probably going to be losing a lot of inputs and outputs. And this is one I actually have a tutorial for this. This tutorial is not my finest hour, I have to admit, because it is actually a tutorial that is having a slight little problem in it. So in my tutorial for the red science with the X-ray cracking, I basically said that you could get it was working at perfect ratio, but it is not quite working at perfect ratio, and that kind of bugs me a lot that I said that. That's actually not what I wanted, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to still be a start. But what I want to do, and I've now tested it a bit more extensively, and I hope it works. There. That one. Yeah, okay. So unfortunately this is too close. This is why it's so good that I built it in an awful build, so that I don't have to deal with this looking horrible for long. That one also needs to go out. Oops. There. So basically the idea of this is that this one is producing light oil and hydrogen. This one with the cracking is consuming light oil and hydrogen. Oh, that's the perfect inputs. And then it's producing output graphite and more hydrogen. Well, I'll do that one. I love that I have to do that here. And I just killed the litter. Let's see. Now this resource here is taking, look at the lower one of these. It's taking 2 in and getting 3 out. This one is making every 4 seconds. It is making 2 outbound. Yeah, it's making 1 hydrogen outbound. 1 hydrogen outbound plus 2 light oil. Now this one, if it gets, look at the bottom one, it needs 2 hydrogen plus 1 light oil. So if but it gets 3 outbound. So every time this one runs, it gets 1 surplus hydrogen. And every time this one runs, it gets 1 surplus hydrogen. And this one can run runs for these two. That's why I put a 1:2 ratio. The part here is actually enough to kickstart this first one, which will then be enough to kickstart the other one. But it requires certain things. And now comes this super important comment here. You cannot use Mark III sorters for this. If you use Mark III sorters, it will break when you get updates. There's an upgrade here that says sorter capacity thing. Sorter cargo stacking. Yes. Cargo stacking 2. Sorter Mark III cargo stacking 2. That means a sorter Mark III can take multiple at a time. If you use a Mark III, it breaks. Very simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, is only allowed to get that light oil over. Or maybe I should just before that just say this whole thing, if you take the net value of this, it produces for each cycle, which is 4 seconds, because everything runs on a 4 second. For every cycle, this produces 3 hydrogen excess, basically 1 from this one plus 1 from each of these, and 2 graphite. So it's 3 hydrogen plus 2 graphite at the cost of 2 crude oil in. So if this whole thing can be reduced to 2 crude oil in, 3 hydrogen out, 2 graphite out, and then take the 2 graphite plus 2 of the hydrogen goes into 1 red cube, and then I have 1 little hydrogen excess. That's important. That's my mistake in my previous tutorial, and it sucks and I hate it, but you know, there's nothing they can do about it. Now that you can see here, it manages to trigger the first one. So what I need to do is say here 1, 2 and 1. Because this one is going to have an acute lack of hydrogen, so it needs to get, once this one completes, I need to get 2 hydrogen out. And then I can also do on this side, this is going to be the outbound, and this is going to be the outbound as well. And then it goes downwards. There. Now this whole thing is producing every 4 seconds. It is producing 5. So that means if I consume a full belt, I'll get more than a full belt out here. That's kind of unfortunate, but it can be done. That one and that one. So this thing is actually just doing exactly what I want. And then I can use this too, and I'm gonna be devastating this. It is devastated. Oh my god, there's an oil spill. Bloop. See? Environmentalist, why don't you just do that? Why don't you just delete the oil spill? That's much easier. Shh, why did no one think of that? Yeah, delete that. Don't care. Actually I did care, but poof, hydrogen goes up into the atmosphere. Not a problem. And I just need to make sure that I have sort of room enough for this. There. And oh, right. That one. Let's try to make something that is repeatable. Oh yeah, by the way, that one is also delete. More oil spill. And it's gone. Whew. So I take this one over here. That one over there. This one here. The question is then, can I figure out sort of a proper distancing for it? Nope, probably not. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy. There. That one goes out. And then I have to copy this one on top to get the last one in. How big do we want to make it? This is 5 per 4 seconds. 5 per 4 seconds, so it's a bit more than 1. If I overdo it slightly, I'm going to overdo it. I'm going to do 6 of these, yeah. Even though I can't really fit it into the belt, but it's still going to be fine. Oh, and then that one has to redo it. I don't know if I could do this in a faster way, but this is okay fast because all of the sorters don't have to be built manually. That's really comfortable not building the sorters manually. And that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to build 6, even though I can't technically support 6. But 6 is just a better number than 5. You know me, I like counting to 6 in my games, so that is what we're going to do here as well. And I'm going to take that one out. And copy, paste. Good. And then I need to make sure that I have at... You know, there's a better way of guaranteeing this one's working is to... Well, no, I'm not. Splitter. Here. So at this point, I need to split them out into different... Oh, that one. This one will be graphite. And that one goes here. So now I basically need... these two. Yeah, you know what? Sorry. I really like it to be closer. Here. And now I have that one. Then I'm gonna be fixing this to graphite and there. And the other one to hydrogen. Now the hydrogen has to be put into fluid storage because this can actually, and it will actually jam. So that's why I'm putting into fluid storage, and then bring it back out so it can go in here. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to delete this, and you're going to go into here. And this one will not run forever because it is actually still starving on there and there. Nope. I think we'll kill, no, it won't kill everything here. That one and a power pole in between. And I'll take this. Power and power. And then on top, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Reason why I'm doing this is because this is actually, well, it's necessary. And because this will only make 2 per second, so I'm gonna get it out. There. And get it out on a secondary line. Like this. Which will then be here. Not yet. That one. That one. That one. There. That will give us our red signs as well. And I probably should be remembering to do some storage. And this one, I don't have storage. Do I not have? Oh, that's a lot of things. And this one also. It isn't even done yet. There. There. The beauty of this is it should be able to kickstart itself. And that's what I'm going to be proving here. By just doing that, I want to show that it can kickstart itself. If I remember to put my power pole in there. There. Then I want to show that it can kickstart itself. Please, please work. This one is working. This one. Starting. This one is kickstarting. I'm not going to put anything in. I want to show that it can kickstart itself. Then it will slowly get that one started. Once this one iterates, then it starts outputting something, but it then fluctuates back to that one. And then once they fluctuated back and forth a few times, then they should be all up and running from then on. Guys, I promised something here. I promised something. You gotta keep it up. I don't like the fact that it does that. So now this one is good. I think it's actually because these are not upgraded. I don't know if that exactly. I'm just using Factorio logic to use this. Yeah, so they will be going in faster. Perfect. Alright, that is good. Make sure that the output is only a single output and that they are kind of slow. There we go. All of that is pretty good. What are we missing? We're missing some of this. That one. And here. That one. And that one. We got it. We got it. And all we need now is just somewhere to consume our production. Do we have some concrete left? Yeah, we do have a bit of concrete left. So let's get some concrete here. That one. And let's go over here. I'm going to just make this. For now, this will be fine for what we need. It's not going to be using too much of this. I'll just make a short distance between them so that it becomes a bit more easy to see that we have. Do I? 1, 2, 3, kind of 4. Like that. And I'm deliberately making a bit too much because sometimes I'll forget to upgrade my science, and if I forget to upgrade the science, then I don't want it to stall, so that's why I'm doing it like this. There, science, and I'm gonna get 1, 2, and now I can copy the... Keep forgetting that when they stack, you don't copy them on top, you just copy them on there. And the last ones. That's our science. Now we can start on all the cool science we want. There are so many cool sciences we want here. And now we can actually get them in here. We're going to start with some of the upgrades for all of these things. And once we go further down, we will also be able to see, for example, that one, Mecha Sail, which will allow us to fly to another planet, which is what we really, really want to do. As the next thing. There we go. That is our new and small science facility. And what we've done, we're just going to recap. We did a lot of things in this episode. I hope you kept up with this. We extended our hub, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to be ending over here, so if you want to copy it, you can pause it while I'm chit-chatting here and just look at how the building goes, because it's kind of, yeah, icky. Anyway, so we did the hub. That's been upgraded and it worked really well. Gets us all the things. You can see now it has stalled, even though it builds them really slowly. It builds really slowly on the plasma exciters. The fact that we don't need a lot means that we can just still make do with what we have. We built a little glass facility here, just nothing exciting, but just enough to get us the plasma exciters. Moving over, we built the oil part, just a hack in order for us to get the next one going. Unfortunately, you can see that this belt is just overfilled. It is what it is, and it really needs to get better belts, or actually split it out into 2 belts. We can do that, but I'm not going to be doing that right now. Oh man, sorry, I am going to do that right now. 1, 2, 3. It is actually right there. I wonder if I could do that. I think I could do that, and I think it will actually work. Because each one of these will be less than necessary. Yeah. It will work. Yeah, of course, sometimes they're going to be stuttering when there's 2 going in at the same time, but this will be emptying the belts pretty nicely. Yep, cool. Alright, so we have also done this part. Make sure that you set the filter here. There's a really important filter. That one is light oil for that, but no other filters are set. The middle ones have to be faster than the outside, and do not use Mark III sorters, because when you get the capacity update, then it will screw you over. And then you have this one that should be running for a long time. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to do this. We could do an overflow and then just burn it off in some thermal power plants for the hydrogen. We can do that. That's a consideration as well. Right now, I'm just really happy about it. We got 2 blue signs per minute and 2 red signs per minute going in here and just filling this up just nicely as well. I am super happy with our progress. I hope you are as well. I hope you liked this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be looking skyward and trying to go to the next planet in order for us to get some titanium back home and start colonizing the first secondary planet, the first non-homeworld planet. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm sorry this went a bit longer than I had anticipated, but I think it was worth it because we just wrapped it up with a hub upgrade and red science operational. Thank you for watching. If you like it, you know the like button. You know you're welcome to point out some mistakes I made, if any, probably. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, take care, and as always, stay effective.